Good morning. Today is, what is today? Thursday, 22 April. And what I'm going to attempt to do here, let me turn on. What I'm going to attempt to do, the market just opened 1 minute ago, so I don't particularly care for the first few minutes anyway, just to flush it out. But I'm going to turn that off. What I'm trying to do is, I'm going to turn mine off. I'll show you what I'm doing here. So I'm going to do one contract, and this is my runner. And if you notice here, I just turned it on. During the night, it must have, go in there, it must have, there it is right there. At this time, it stopped out, so it turned yellow. But I just turned it on, so when you turn on the strategy, it resets itself. So if I turned it off, if I lost 500, turn it off, turn it back on, and start all over again. So it's just a strategy. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I have each one of these, we're dealing with 8 markets. Each one has a $500 stop loss and a $500 target, each one. And we'll go from there. Now, I do have the discipline manager running, and that is right here. And I'm on 222, count 222, and I have these settings. I have the whole account $4,000, or I'm sorry, $2,000, because I mean, obviously $500 would be, if they all took a tank together at the same time, that would be $4,000, and I don't see that happening. So I figured half the distance of that would be fine, because some got to go up. Can't imagine they'd all go back together, and if they did, I don't want to lose $4,000. So I turned my warnings off. I just maxed it out the same, so it just doesn't do it the same thing. My max trades, I get those way out of there at 1,000. My goal is 800. So again, my warning's out of the way, and I'm willing to give back 95%. Keep some for commissions, but basically, so if I make $800 goal, the worst that'll happen in that particular day or today will be that I'm playing with house money, so I'll just scratch day. But once I get to 1,600 bucks, then I'm only willing to give back 50%. Again, this is just out of the way. And then I'm willing to give back 50%. So I'll walk away with 800 bucks. And that's going to keep growing, obviously. And then I just got these weeklies way out of the way, just because I don't want to use the weeklies. And then so here I am right here with my, I got to figure out where that's coming from. I'm starting with the fresh account, and that was from old data, but I don't know why that hasn't, I think I know why. I got to flush out an account. So I'm not really too concerned about that. That was from like Monday or something. But anyway, this $63 was probably from this trade right here that just lost right here. Let me turn those on. Let me turn my things on. There, so you can see where they are. Anyway, so I will leave this in a small little box, because the only thing I really care to see is this right here, a daily peak. Whoa. How's that? Oh, wrong way. There, how's that? I'll just stick this down here. Okay. Anyway, so what I'm doing, so everything has one they're only doing one contract. We're dealing with the runner only. If you take something off somewhere, then that's that would be contract 1, and this would be then the contract 2 would be the runner. So I'm just doing trade management on the runner. There is no target. You'll see the contract go on 1. You'll see 1 stop, but you will not see a target because I have them turned off. So basically, my target will be my stop. What I'm looking for, I just want to double check and test my stop strategy business, which is the hopscotch theory, which I you may have heard me about that with the ATR. The original is the ATR. It goes on an ATR stop, and then it will hopscotch between the ATR trailing stop and the pivot stop, which you'll see, and I'll blow it up as time goes on. But in any event, I'll just wait for this to flush out, and then we'll come back. I'm going to pause the video and keep it short. All right. All right. It's like 10 minutes into it. ES is tanking, looks like. It hasn't triggered my pivot stop yet because I haven't got a pivot, but this one, oh, I get stopped on it. All right, so much for that. I don't know where the losses are. We can evaluate that in a minute. Once this goes down again, this will pop down there. And then it's going to trail the ATR. Here's the original one right here. And now it's come down to there based on the ATR. Or based on, yeah, the ATR. This pivot doesn't count because it got in right there. So now, once I get a pivot down, then this will pop all the way down to here. As soon as I get that. Come on. And just basically shorten it up, protecting it. Well, I'll come back to that. All right, so I tightened it up. There it is. Now, again, if there were some off, if there was the first contract, you would probably be off somewhere, I would imagine, because you got in here. So I would. Here's your. Okay, no, here was your long entry there, going long based on everything here, which makes sense. There's VWAP, by the way, this line here. Anyway, so it tried to go up, but it couldn't do it, and it got popped out, so things reversed, and now it's going short. You would have been off, probably not. If you had a first contract, you probably would have been off somewhere around here, I don't know. But in any event, so now we got to get through this here, this double bottoms business. So let me, yeah, we gotta get through here. But anyway, we'll wait. All right, I'll come back. For some reason, my pivot stop did not work. It went long here, or I'm sorry, short here. It came down. Oh, I see why it wouldn't have done it here. No, that's fine. It should have done it here, though. No, it's here is where it should have gone. So it went short here, came down, went up. It should have put a stop right there, which it looks like it may have done. Okay. Wait a minute. So then it went short here. Didn't go up high enough. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. All right, that works. So anyway, you see we're down $800. Again, I don't have any chop strategy and code in here yet, so that's not going to work yet. But I'm just testing the pivots. So anyway, you can see that with this, we're down $800, but this stopped out. So obviously that tells you that Russell stopped at a $527. I said enough is enough on that one. Just choppy, not doing anything. So fine, that's kind of what I want. Just stop trading then. Let the other ones work themselves out. So we'll see what happens. Get rid of Russell. And I just using 500. I don't know what the magic number would be. But anyway, I'll come back. Here's a crude. Jumped in a crude short. It's going long. Must have gotten popped out of it here. And then it reversed. And then it's set up to go short. Now again, where your target would be is here nor there. I'm not tracking that in this video. I'm only, now this is not a pivot. Close, but no cigar. Yeah, that is not a pivot too. If that would have gone up, I think maybe one more tick it would, but then it'd be right where it's at anyway. So it's following this one. So it's following this pivot here, not that one, because I think it missed it by a tick. This one obviously not. This one's not. So until I get a couple green bars here, 3 of them, then it'll pop down. Until then, it's still running. Well, the ATR is going to take an effect eventually. The ATR, I have it set for 2.1, I believe. So you're not going to get that until 13. So probably down here somewhere. It's going to start trailing based on the ATR when that kicks in, and I could probably move that up a little bit. I could probably kick that in a little sooner. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I probably want to kick it in probably about there. So is that 25 ticks? Which would then, no. Yeah, the problem is you get kicked out too much. This is a runner. If you've already taken profit here, then you're at a break even. You're at a scratch. If it comes back and pops you out, then if you got your target right here, your first one, or even down here somewhere, anywhere in here, if it comes back and pops you out, then you're a scratch trade. But if it runs, then you're that's what it's designed to do. And then obviously, so you're going to get your pivot. So it'll probably come out. It'll probably pop these out. Let's see, so you need one more bar, and it'll create the pivot, and then when it reverses, it'll pop down. So we'll just watch that, and I'll come back. It's right there. Incidentally, if you notice, we're down just shy of 1,000 already, but Russell's the only one that's kind of timed out or maxed out. Everything else is still going. So it's just a combination of here, I can do that now, I guess. Well, let's let this one finish off. We're one here too, by the way. Let's see what that is. Nat gas. So again, so it went in. So it was here again, same kind of scenario. Came in, came down, got in on this pullback. Not a pullback, not good enough pivot for a stop to come down. So it's going to fly. It's got to go more, which is okay because you need to give it the room. What will happen is it comes back to break even. How many times have you seen it come back to break even only to stop you out and then continue to go? So anyway, let me, I could probably take this off, I think. I'm not using that anymore. I was playing that Darvis, the Nicholas Darvis box theory. There's a book on that if you want to read it, called How I Made $2 Million in the Stock Market. It was back in the 50s. Nicholas Darvis. Good book. Anyway, if you see it here, it's kind of similar to the chop area that I'm working on. That's why I pulled it up. Thought it was interesting. I'm like, okay. Anyway, I'll come back. Yeah, just to show you, that one got stopped out, but this one almost got stopped out. Good thing it didn't go back down to its break-even point. That's why break-evens are so dangerous. There's a reason why you get in here, and there's a reason why people are getting out and getting in and getting out and getting in. And it's just probably best to stay away from it. If it pops you out, it pops you out. Okay. All right, that just got popped out. But you can see that we're still dealing with our drawdown. Hopefully we can recoup. We've turned off Russell, which obviously isn't doing anything. It's just going back and forth because I've been playing with that on my account. And it's just ridiculous. I don't know why I'm even attempting it anymore. But in any event, the other ones are still going. So now this should snap. Maybe not. Yeah, no, it just went on. It just went on. So hopefully that goes up because I'm in a long on Russell. Gotta get the phone. Okay, this one snapped up. There's your pivot down. 2 ticks below. which is right here, which gives you 2 ticks. This one came down. Oh, that one didn't go up yet, but I could see how now it came up there. So yeah, that's why it pulled up there. You can see a little dot. So this one's working, but the other ones are not working. So I'm totally baffled on why some work and some don't. Anyway, this is where we're at. We haven't done anything. I'm just turning it on because I got to leave and do something. This one, I've been playing around in this one. I took this trade on my own because this one's zapped out. So anyway, that's a nothing. But so I'll come back. All right, now things are starting to bump me out of my what you call it. I got bumped out right here. I got bumped out just by like right there. I was under that pivot there. I was tightening it, making it tight, and went all the way up to there, and then came back down. So anyway, my target was actually up here, but whatever. I got out there, close enough. But this Russell hasn't done anything because it's timed out. You notice our numbers though. So 14 grand in the, or yeah, so 1400 in the hole. But we've got some things working here. So let's look at this first one here. You can see it popped up, and we're still hovering there with NIGAS. It's probably after the news. The news was over here somewhere, and it got in at the news. And then came up, and so now we're just kind of hovering there. But if it does pop us out, we'll get, 150 bucks or something. 100 bucks. This one here is doing well. You can see here it came down, and now this is not a pivot, so it would not take that, but it is following the ATR down. And if I do get a decent pivot, like right about here, then it would pop it down to there. So we'll watch that and see if that's working. So that's like gold. And then this one here, this one's waiting to set up. You can see the little triangles there. It's only going to go to 12 bars, and it's going to cancel out. But go figure. And then this, I already talked about that one. So this is where we're at. So let's,
canceled.
What was that? Oh, that was just the cancel order here. It didn't get in. So let's look here. Maybe it's a good time to do this. So let's take all those off. So we're just going to look at this account here. So Brent negative, crude scratch, ES negative, gold negative, but it's in that one right now. NIGA, oh wow, that was the first trade. Well, that's the first trade. So we'll have to wait until that one does something to figure it out. As it stands right now, nothing. Russell, that timed itself out. Priced itself out, I guess. YM, a little bit. So you can see that between that one, that didn't do anything. Yeah, a little bit here, a little bit there. You can see how that one's a positive, and then that one. So you can see our negatives there. So our Brent, ES, gold, and that's why it's so hard to pick a market. So the theory that I'm working on is just give them a little room to run, and whichever one farts out like this one, kick it out. Kick it out of the group. If I get that out of the group, I'm more manageable. So, we'll see where that goes. But unfortunately, you can't. There are no givebacks. So we will just wait and see what happens. It's now 11:30, so I'm going to call this at noon. It's been a very quiet, slow day. So, let's look down here. So see what happened. So we were down here following our ATI. It made a pivot and popped down.
Order.
And then if it goes up any further, we're going to be out. Like right now. Actually, we need one more bar to make another pivot, and it would just come, it really wouldn't even go down because we're already there. Well, whatever. I'll catch that on the next one. We'll find out at the end. All right. So anyway, I'll be back. I just saw something here, and this is the gold. Remember, it came down here, and then it was hovering there. It popped out. It went up just a little bit more, and then it went right back in again because it came down. I don't know if I like that. Especially the fact that the pivots aren't working. If the pivots were working, and I got, I think, maybe one more bar right here, if I got to about here and it came down, then it would snap back down. I don't know. I have to look at that. I don't know if I'm going to be, there could be something in there that could prevent that. So in other words, if I get popped out, wait, a few bars, wait for price, a deeper price, something, if it still sets up. If it, wait 10 bars or wait 12 bars. And, since I have 12 over wherever it was, whatever the setting is, you just, wait between or something like that. If it gets stopped out, maybe wait. I'm not sure yet. I got to look at this, but I don't know if I like that. It would not surprise me if it came back deeper and this was just a little pushback. So, I mean, hopefully not. But if I see that on a regular, it kind of worries me. So, it's something to watch out for. Anyway, this one, you see here, that's the original stop. It popped up under a pivot. You got a new pivot, and it popped up one more tick. So we saved the tick. But yeah. So anyway. Order submitted. What's going on here? What's that, Brent? Okay. That should be a pivot. Yeah, that should be a pivot. And the only thing, maybe. I mean, maybe it shied by a tick. Possibly. I don't buy it at 7, but I have it set for 7. But I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. But I'm skeptical on watching these here. So I got some questions in. Oh, crap. I was going to go long again, too. Son of a gun. I didn't do it. I have it on. Order submitted. Okay, what's going on here? YM. See, this is another thing I'm looking at. If you get the pivot, go back 1 and look. Right now, it's only going to go from the future. So from this point forward, it's going to look for a pivot. But I'm thinking maybe look back at what created this and then put your stop right there. And if it never pulled back enough, then it would stay down here. But in this case, it pulled up, creating a decent pivot, and therefore I should be right there protecting myself because I could see it coming down further to VWAP or something like that. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, I just saw this YM that we were in just a second ago. It went up, came down, and now it just snapped up from here to our pivot because we had to pivot there. So protect us a little bit because you can see this little chop box forming here. So it could easily come back down. And if it does, I don't want anything to do with it. If it goes up, I'm fine. So anyway, that's that. So we're still hovering around the -12. This one's starting to creep up there. Boy, that was a slow day. Anyway, this is what we had before. So we're protected down at the bottom of the chop box, which is starting to form. So by all means, if it comes back down again, we do not want to be in it. We'll wait until it comes down a little further or something, but it is what it is. Okay, I'll pause. Yes, just went on. Okay, this is where we got, oh, that's what attempted to get it right there. And we missed it. And it came back down again and set up again. And so, again, lunchtime. I don't particularly care for this too much, but it is what it is. So we got a box there, box there. Pretty soon those are going to paint on their own. If it's going to start painting, you know, when it starts painting the box, then I want to get in at the bottom of the box. But that's here nor there. Hopefully it'll break out of the box. This is not gas, so that one can take off. So that one's looking good. That'll help our P&L. We'll get a decent number there. And this one too. This one too. Oh, there's the YM. This one's still fiddle farting around. Oh, this is the, yeah, see, this is what I was telling you about. I don't really like that. I didn't like the second entry. It got popped out, and then it went right back in again. I gotta study that. It's just not saying it's going to go up. It's probably still going to go down, but it's just going to be at a deeper retracement, a deeper spot. And obviously it doesn't meet criteria anymore, otherwise it'd be in. So it'd have to probably come back down to here a little bit to kind of get into the criteria. So I'm fine not even having it anymore. But I just don't like that double pop. Anyway, I'll be back. Oh, let's see what's going on with golds. It can win it again. Okay, so went up a little higher. That's why I was saying about that second one. If it does it right away like that, just wait until a little higher if it matches. Now finally it's set up. So now we'll see if it can continue down. And if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't YM and along. What happened to that one? Yeah, that didn't happen either. There's your chop. It's lunchtime. So it is 12:05. So I wanted to call this video and be done with it. However, I want to wait until I get somewhat flat. And then I'll just get out our numbers and call it. All right, I'll be back. Now you'll notice that was a loser over here and stopped ES out. So ES is done for the day. Just a crappy day. This one looks like it might have busted out of that box. What went wrong? Did I just hear something go wrong? This one here. VZ. Yeah, it says long. I would have liked to seen it come over and kiss VWAP. But whatever. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to call this video. That's still in along. Who knows what it's doing? Can't really break out of that box area. ES. Oh, this is CL. I'm sorry. Chop box. Lunchtime. Brent. Same thing. Chop box. Lunchtime. I wouldn't have taken these. I probably should have put my timers on. You know what? Maybe next video I'll do on timers. Timeout. It won't stop a trade, but at least it will prevent the new one from going on. So let's finish this video by doing this and taking those off and putting those on. Oh, I'm sorry. One at a time. Okay, so Brent, we're in the current one right now, so not, you know, crude in the current one. ES. Not so good. Kind of a crappy day. Again, I don't have any chop management. How come my gas didn't... oh, it's still in that one. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it is still in that one. Seriously? Okay. One trade. And it's going to be a winner because I'm already... Look at it. I'm already... Even if it pops me out here, it's going to be up $100. So, that's a no. Anyway. Is what it is. So that's NIGAS, and then Russell crapped out on us, and then YM, no, it was ES that crapped out on us. So anyway, all in all, there's our day. Again, no chop management at all yet. No code for that. I was testing stops. This was one contract, and it ran or it didn't. So there was no in between. It ran or it didn't. And so what I was looking for was the target, the stops and whatnot. Had we run 2 contracts, then I think this would have been a little different because we would have taken some profit. And then the trail stops, if they got popped out, then, you know, break even or maybe a little bit less or something like that. A lot of the negatives would be gone. So, but again, I'm testing specifically for my trail stops. So that's where we're at. Okay, I'm going to call this video at 30 minutes. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Bye.